Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome back to the Crypto Bully Bear channel where there's only fun decoding and no financial advice. I'm going to hang out for a minute. I got the spotlight now on me. Just waiting for a few people to show up. What up, Joy? What up? Hello. Give it a few minutes. Yes. And it's 8:45 p.m. Hey, Switz. What up, V-Chain? Just going to wait for a few other people to jump on in here. Only because when I want to talk about something, I want to see if anybody else has any connections that they can point out and help me with. So, what's going on, baby? Oh, 3 a.m. It's all good, baby. We sleep. We don't sleep. That's it. We don't sleep. Let's fucking go. Yo, Ross Pinky, I want to know, were you the one that was that you were posting 111? Who was making the connection with 217 with 111 here? That's right. We don't sleep, baby. We don't sleep. Can you explain that 111 again? Was it triple ones? Were you connecting triple ones to February 17th? Yes. Oh man, what was I just watching? Damn, I was just watching something. Damn, man, this is what I hate. I have so much information in this head. I was just looking at something that said 111 and then 588. And I was like, hold on a second. I'm like, 111. I remember somebody saying 111 was February 17th. And I just finished saying that 588 equals February 17th, 2026. Now, let me see if it's one of these pictures I had on here. So I want to go over some of these pictures I have here. It was a date, matter of fact. It was a date. 1958. Not too sure. Yeah, I was trying to think. I think it was the date that I was looking at from Back to the Future. Now I'm a little mistaken. All right, we got 10 people. All right, let's just get into this decode. It's all good. 7, 12, 1. All right, well, those numbers still play the part. But let me talk about Back to the Future here. All right. We'll skip that, and we're going to get into this here. All right, look, hold on a second. We're going to do a little... No. Get back over here. Get back over here. Okay. We're going to talk about porcelain. Porcelain connects to protons. Yes, certain types of ceramics, particularly proton conducting ceramics. All right? This should be a really fun decode if you know what's up. So the subject is porcelain here. Okay? Porcelain, very important. All right, certain types of porcelain connects to proton. All right? And you can go and see. And funny enough, look at that. We get the 4 and we get the 7. Right? Typically at high operating temperatures, 400 to 700. There's your 47. There's a silver connection. Proton, silver. I know some people were asking, oh, is proton connected to silver, gold, whatever? I think it's connected to silver. Proton, silver, 47. And I know you're going to be like, this has nothing to do with silver. All right, just stay with me, okay? But as you want to see, PCFCs, blah, 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 blah. All right, protonic, you can see. But the object is that we have a connection between porcelain and proton, okay? Yes, certain types, proton conducting ceramics, right? So on that note, we got a connection between porcelains and protons. And I just showed you that 47, right? And I said it was connected to silver. I know some people were like, bro, what are you talking about? And then I was like, just so I can back up my motherfucking receipts, yes, porcelain and silver have a long-standing, deep connection historically. All right? Oh, yeah, we're going to have fun with this one, baby. So as you can see, porcelain and silver have a long-standing, deep connection, okay? Historical trades, okay, between the porcelains and the silver. As you can see, porcelain was highly prized in Europe and the Islamic world. Silver from foreign traders. All right, there's the Persian coins. You know, we have the Persian rugs inside the bearable guy riddles. We got the Persian rugs, right? Iran is in the mix. We know that Persians come from Iran. Oh, my phone is... Oh, no, hold on a second. Okay. Like we were saying before, and then you can get a little read down over here if you want to have a little read down over here. But the main point is, again, we're connecting porcelain with silver. Porcelain and silver. Okay? That's the name of the game. Silver, 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 silver. Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right. And we got here. Look at this scene right here, right? When Doc gets back in and he grabs Marty. All right? Look at Doc. He's got the yellow. He's got this yellow outfit on, which is the gold. And he's got the silver on his eyes, okay? He's got money on his mind right here, on his eyes. He's looking at the money, okay? Distraction, gold. He's got his eyes on the silver. You see that? As well as these can also look like the metaverse glasses, like Ready Player One when you put those on. Okay? I'm just showing you because and then, hello, McFly. Hello, McFly. If you know the color of the DeLorean is a silver car. Okay? He got the silver glasses on with the gold jacket, driving a silver car. Time traveling code 1891. All right. Yes, silver to the moon. Oh, man. Matter of fact, hold on a second. That's one picture that I didn't freaking download. Hold on one second because the book shows you to the moon. Hold on a second. What was the book in Back to the Future 1? Earth to the Moon?
Mock Made in Space. According to Amazon.com, this book is a replica of the original Mock Made in Space by George McFly as seen in the 1985
Mock Made in
film
Space.
Back to the Future, and contains 250 pages.
All right. I thought it said... No, it was right. It did say space. It did say space. Because to be honest, that was my connection to Elon Musk. You're showing a book about space, right? Traveling, time travelers, space travelers. That to me is another connection to Elon Musk in the movie. But, we're going to the moon there. We're going to the moon. So let me get back now into the porcelain thing now, okay? I showed you porcelain is connected to silver. Porcelain is connected to protons, okay? That is very important, okay? Yes, we did that decode right before this one. We said Marshall's name is Marshall. Marshall. Mars. Elon wants to go to Mars. Elon wants to go to Marshall. That's how I know that Elon will be working with Proton. In The Simpsons, Elon Musk, as the cartoon character, even said Proton. So, anyway, I don't want to lose track. Let's get back into this porcelain thing because this is going to get very interesting. Now, remember, I just finished telling you about February 17th was my date, right? And then when we looked at the date, it said something about November time, right? 9th or September 11th. But remember, I was telling you November could be 2. I said November could be 2. Now, look. November and February, okay? Here's a breakdown of damage to the time circuits in the context of the films, all right? Remember, we were talking about Back to the Future 3, okay? Old times when Marty was showing you that proton was the key in the bearable guy riddle. The February connection in Back to the Future Part 3, there you go. Remember, we were talking about 1885. Doc gets trapped in 1885. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see this, all right? Because I'm going to break this shit down real good for you right now. For all my haters. So anyway, I was telling you in Back to the Future Part 3, Doc talks about being a blacksmith, okay? February connection. To me, blacksmith equals black people, okay? Black History Month, all right? He talks about that, and then he mentions shoeing horses and fixing wagons. When does he go there? 1885. I said everything's inverted, right? The 5 becomes a 2. 2 is February. 8 is 17th. 7 plus 1 is 8. 26 is the year we're in. 2 plus 6 is 8. So this to me means February 17th. Could mean February 8th as well too for the Super Bowl. But I think it will mean February 17th because horses were mentioned. And the horse year begins on February 17th. Okay? Part 3, like we said. That's what we were figuring out. Then we believe that we should get a big blowout, something big. We're hoping that the price is going to shoot the fuck up on February. And I said, this is the year that silver should fucking explode. If everything's inverted, like I just inverted this date, if you invert 2026, it becomes 925 backwards, which is sterling silver. Okay? I just showed you the porcelain thing and everything, correct? And why is this? And look at this. He was trapped in 1885 for 8 months. You know how the 8 is connected to proton? Because that's the supply, infinity. But wait, there's more. The date, February 17th, 2026. It is the 8th week, I believe. It is the 8th week. Is it? Is it? 4, 5, 6. No, I don't even think it is. I don't even think it is. Hold on a second. Now I got to double check. Well, I think it is. Here it is. January 26th. We'll count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th, the 8th week. It is February 17th. Woohoo! So yes, could this be right? Could I be right? The 8th week is February 17th, 2026. Could I be right? Maybe, maybe. And you can tell, look at the moon. These are moons, okay? These moon crescents equal moon, okay? Equal silver. These moon crescents equal silver, all right? Untold Tales. That was one of the book's names, okay? But let's go. I'm going to go a little deeper now. Let's get deep. Let's get deep, deep. Just to show you, okay? Look at the X. There's the X. There's your proton. All right. Groundwork. Got dirt on them. All right. Soil growing. There's Marty. And you can tell because look at his collar. He's got the 8 on his fucking neck. What's the price supply for proton? Infinity. Infinity. All right. Wait, there's more. We're not finished here. And just to show you that I don't fuck around. See, black people have a deep, ancient, and well documented history as skilled blacksmith. Okay, so you got Doc saying that he was a blacksmith. Okay, which is connected, deeply connected, ancient times. All right, history to black people, and we have Black History Month coming up, people. We have Black History Month coming up, and that is in February. So why was that porcelain thing? I kept talking about the porcelain. Why is because Doc Brown hit his head on his toilet's porcelain sink. Okay, that was silver and protons. Remember the 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November. The 5th of November. See, it was 1955. 55 is SS. SS is sterling silver. Sterling silver. 55 is SS. Okay, Doc Brown hit his head on his toilet porcelain sink on November 8th, November 5th. Okay, as you can see, it even tells you porcelain. It doesn't say sink. It has to specifically tell you porcelain sink. Okay? And if you want to see whatever, these are the dates. If you can make something up out of these things here. Okay, he slips. Now, hold on.
According to Wikipedia, the WHO and the CDC consider this date to be the anniversary of the eradication of smallpox, the most spectacular success of vaccination.
I don't even know how the fuck that came out. I had said nothing about this. I'm just showing you. I had said nothing about this. Okay, what's special about October 26th? Anyway, look at this popped up. The WHO, CDC, blah, 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 anniversary. Weirdly enough, I don't know why that popped up, but what was special about October 26th and Back to the Future? Was that the first date Marty traveled?
According to As USA, Diario as, arguably the most key date in the film, there are others, is October 26, 1985, the day when Doc Brown successfully tests the DeLorean's time travel capabilities.
So you see that? Arguably the most key date in the film. The most key date in the film was October 26, okay, 1985. That's when they tested DeLorean's time travel capacity. Okay? Pay attention. Pay attention. Look, October 26th is the pivotal day. October 26th is the pivotal day. That means a day where things can really turn around. A day where things can really turn around. Go look what pivot means. Okay? Doc tests his DeLorean time machine. Marty McFly accidentally travels to 1955. Okay? This is the first time that Marty was traveling, okay? At 1:20 in the morning. Look at 1:20. Doc and Marty McFly performed the first temporal displacement test. Now, again, something major, I think, is going to happen on fucking the 26th or 27th. I mean, 16th or the 17th. Okay? President's Day is on the 16th. February 16th is President's Day. Okay? Now, stay with me because I'm not through yet. Okay? Look at October 26th is the pivotal day. I want you to, October 26th. February 26th. No, I'm sorry, February 16th, 216. February 16th, 216 is the last day of the snake year. Okay? After that day, things are going to fucking turn around. Could it be that the snake has the most abusive skin and the abusive skin and price action is going to be shaved off on the 16th of February? And are we going to see one of the most historical runs on the 17th of February? Could that be? I hope so. I hope so. But if you go back, you'll notice that the first time they traveled, Marty was in the parking lot when he met Doc, right? Look at when he time traveled. At 1:20, okay? At 2:01, what was 2001? Two buildings did something on 2001. Actually, three. But two tall buildings on that day, on that year, got knocked around, okay? And if you go look at the parking lot that he was in, they're going to show you the actual date. This shows you the year, 2001, right? Look at it, 0120. They didn't put 1:20 a.m. They put 0120. Understand how they fuck with you. Yes. And this was another thing I seen with the 111 in here, okay? Like my man Ross Pinky gives that connection with the 111. If you break down the two, you got 111, 111, okay? And if 111 means February 17th, then you better buckle up. But this decode is not through. October 26th, the pivotal day, right? Porcelain sinks. Porcelain connects to silver. Porcelain connects to protons. And you know who else? Here you go. Elon Musk carried a porcelain sink, the same fucking sink that Doc Brown cracked his head on to think about time travel, into the Twitter headquarters in San Fran on October 26. On October 26. Okay. Are you correcting me? February 17th is only 1-1. February 17th is 1-1, but don't you add the year to make it the triple one? I don't know. I'm just asking. Oh, yeah. No, I see you were saying when you add them all up. 2 and 8 is 10, and then the year is 10, and you get 1-1. Okay, I got your Ross Pinky. Anyway, here it is. There's your connection. Elon Musk walking in with the porcelain sink. Come on, guys. You don't see how they're going to... Marty is Marshall. Marty fucks with Doc Brown. Doc Brown cracked his head on a motherfucking porcelain sink. Elon Musk carrying a porcelain sink on October 26th on a pivotal date. Really? Look at that. The stunt was done just before he closed the $44 billion. 4 plus 4 is 8. What is in the 8th week of 2026? February 16th and February 17th. President's Day and the next day. Oh, you want to see Sloan 2 and Back to the Future 3? You want to see Sloan 2 and Back to the Future 3? Nah, I'll do that for another video. I'm going to say that for another video. Matter of fact, this battery is going to die. I need it. Yeah, Zang. I don't know. You know what? I try to look it up. It don't even look like Marshall, to be honest. I try to look and see who they like was walking and stuff like that. I mean, I don't, unless you know something more than me. I don't know. I didn't really see, you know. And even if it was cool, even if it wasn't cool, I still think they're working together. I still think. But that guy looks a little bit more heavier than Marshall, to be honest with you. Like, I was trying to look and see like their body structures, and the guy that with the door, it doesn't matter anyway, because sooner or later you're gonna see Marshall and Hayner in the same motherfucking room, high-fiving, going like this. Yeah, we got him. Storex, Snipcoin, Loan, XPR. It's all gonna be game, baby. Oh yeah. Okay. Listen, I'm not arguing. I can't just see the picture that great. I can't see the picture that great. But I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Because I was trying to deep dive and trying to see like who was opening up that door, and they would not give me the answers. Eggs. Why you say eggs? I want to know why you say eggs. Because eggs to me is 666, 999. That's what eggs to me is. Eggs is 999, silver, and proton. So I'm just curious why you just posted eggs like that. Oh, yeah, October 8th is 26 also. Yes, sir. What movie was I watching yesterday again, too? I watched a few movies last night. You know what also was crazy last night that had me bugging? They had all these destructive movies back to back to back. They had When the World Stood Still, 2012, The Day After Tomorrow, and Final Impact or something like that. Something Impact. Like all these like fucking destructive movies. And I was just like, yo. And you know The Day After Tomorrow, I think that's the one that's frozen or whatever. It shows you Proton in there. It shows you the guy with the freaking atom in the snow. So I don't know. Very interesting shit that's coming up. I watched Greenland last night. Oh, you did? I didn't watch that movie. Actually, maybe it might be a movie to watch. Maybe it might be a movie to watch. But I mean, listen, I just showed you. There's your connection with Elon and Back to the Future and Doc Brown and time traveling and the pivot point. Again, this is what I think. When February 16th, 17th, the 8th week of this year comes, either we're going to get hit with some type of fucking frequency zap that we're going to get, our technology is going to get wiped out and we're going to go back to some old school ways, or we're going to be in position to make a nice fucking bag. It's got to be one or the other. It's got to be one or the other. Okay, we got liquidity crisis going on with the banks. Everybody trying to short silver, and they got fucked in their ass. Now they're panicking. Banks were trying to liquidate their silver. They couldn't do it on New Year's Eve. If you noticed, silver hit 93. It slammed back down to like 80s, and then the prices went back up. And now the banks are holding out like, yo, we can't control the price of silver anymore. Again, we're in the snake year, an abusive snake skin where it's shedding off. And it seems like all this abusive ways are just being shedded off and they won't be able to suppress the price anymore. And now silver can finally shine and see its true value. That's what I feel. And being that it's doing that in the year of 2026 and we broke $100 for the first time ever in 2026 truly makes me believe that flipping the first number and the last number, the 2 to a 5 and the 6 to a 9, and reading it 925 backwards, I feel like we're going to see 4 digits of silver this year. I don't know how fast, I don't know when. It could be a Christmas thing. I have no idea. Okay? But I know something's about to pop off. Hold on one. I want to find out something. What happened on July 21st?
These came back from a search.
Battle of the Pyramids. So weird. Battle of the Pyramids. They talk about that as well. It's like dealing with the money, with the dollars and shit like that. Right? Because you got the pyramid, the eye of the pyramid. Let's see what they're saying here. What is special about... Oh, July 21st, too, is Martyrs Day Rally. So there's a rally. So July 21st, there's something called Martyrs Day Rally. Okay? Again, I'm going to show you something again in this here. I'm going to just show you this. Okay? Look at that. July 21st, 721, 217. You see that, right? 217, because July is 7, 217. Rally. 217, rally. I hope so. But I'm going to show you something else, though, besides this, though. All right? That's pretty interesting, though. Anyway, let's get back to here. 217, I don't know. Rally, 217, rally. Hold on, what do we got here? Oh my God, here, what happened in history of 217? Napoleon's army of Egypt used a new military tactic. Maybe something new is coming. Something defeated. Pyramid. Something about Battle of the Pyramids. I wonder if that's with the dollars. Because remember, the dollar bill has pyramids on the back of it. But like I said, 217, Rally Day, right? Talking about Rally Day, and then I was showing you this. Come on. Then I showed you this. He had presidents, right? He had presidents. Yeah, the president right behind him, right? 216 is President's Day. 216 is President's Day. The next day is 217, right? 2117, we're just looking at the rally day, right? And in the movie, look, he had a president behind him, and then he had a rally thing also. Okay, which maybe is the next day. They talk about, I don't know if it's talking about President's Day in here, but I'm just showing you, I did see a sign that says president behind his head. Now I see another one that says rally. And we just connected that 2, 1, and 7, those dates or those numbers connect to a rally. So let's see what happens. Anyway, I can't show you no more. My battery's about to die, and I need this phone to be calling my partners. So anyways, that was a little fun decode. I hope you had fun with that decode. I don't know what any of you guys were saying down here. Let me just see. Let's see. Greenland, 2018. 2018, 901's Greenland. From the film An Arctic Storm, For the Moment is Crazy. February 2nd, Groundhog Day. Okay. Sorry, Frozen. I mean, yeah, I got you. All possibilities are happening all at the same time. Yes, sir. Debt Clock says silver about 1,000. Yeah, easily this year. If I'm correct and everything's inverted, like Alice in Wonderland and all this other shit, when they go down in the rabbit hole, everything's inverted, then 2026 to me means 925, silver stamp, let's fucking go. First time ever, silver breaking 100 in 2026. Sterling silver stamp, that's my fucking signal. Let's fucking go. 4 digits, I say by Christmas time. Hopefully it's earlier. Let's fucking dance. Let's fucking dance in the streets. Make snow angels in the snow. National Day for Belgium, 217. All right, baby. Confirm the 7. 925 equals 7. Let's go with this rally, baby. Love 3 Day of Darkness. We'll see. Pep is 936. Yep. Spaceman 2.0 in the building. Big's prophecy, guys say 5 pillars in crypto and one going to $5 sounds like metal. Big's prophecy guy says 5 pillars in the crypto and one going to $5 sounds like metal products and XPR price discovery. Was that his last video that he had like army and shit behind him? I gotta go check that one out. It's like a 2-hour thing and I didn't have time for 2 hours. XRP equals 10 billion per. So 10,000 per drop. Could be. XRP could be. I don't know. I'm on the XPR thing. I missed the XRP boat. So it's all good. I jumped in the little speedboat. That's what I did. I couldn't get on the main yacht. It's all good. So I jumped in the motherfucking speedboat. And now I'm chilling with the Metallicus and the fucking XPR fam. Don't worry about it. We got our rubber duckies and our jet skis, baby. We coming! All right, I'm going to go check it out. I'm going to get off this thing now. I got to save this battery. This battery's only got a few percentage, and I got to make a few phone calls. So, love yous. Thank you again. Oosh. No, somebody told me to be safe about mentioning that. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it privately. I don't want to say those names. I want to say them numbers. All love, everybody. All love. All love. All love. All love. All right, peeps. I'll get back to you, Ross, Pinky. But everybody else, shake it easy, baby. Shake it easy, Bully Bear out. Love